What if I told you that ancient Rome had a black emperor? There was some backlash to the original video. So, before you spam, Septimius wasn't black, bro. Let's address it here. Many people immediately retreat to the deep knowledge they've acquired from Hollywood filmography. Others, who are truly knowledgeable and acquainted with, find this to be no surprise. In fact, it is common knowledge. But surprisingly, common knowledge is not so common as lots of people have difficulty coping with the idea of ancient Rome having a black emperor. They insist that the paint on this ancient depiction of Septimius has magically darkened over time while all of the other pigments remained intact. Even though history clearly tells us the Septimius was born in Africa, Libya to be exact, many still refute the idea that this Roman emperor was black. An amusing notion in light of all of the historical evidence that we have access to at our fingertips. But when it comes to certain individuals, no matter how much evidence you present, they will still ignore reality. As an old experiment discovered, some people do not abandon then-herd mentality under any circumstance. Indeed, the subjects will often deny the evidence of their own eyes and yield to group influence. And so, in debating with this manner of individuals, you would only succeed in proving an ability to waste colossal amounts of time. And that is certainly not the point of this video. But here we will go into more detail about this Roman emperor, so that those who are interested can take note. Septimius Severus was born son of Publius Septimius Geta on April 11th, 145 AD. His father was of Punic origin, more commonly known as Carthage. Why is this distinction important? Because this group descends from Noah's son, Ham. Zondervan states, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. Moreover, 12th century poet John Setsus stated that Septimius was Libyan by race. It should also be noted that during this time, northern Africa was still ruled by the native Hamitic population. Septimius was born long before the invasions by the followers of Muhammad several centuries later. Honestly, I did not expect so many people to have an issue with the video. For me, this information is common knowledge. It's been talked about academically, in documentaries, and so on. But I was reminded that this is the internet. Going back to our main topic, let's take a brief moment to discuss the Punic people as referenced in the biblical text. The Bible does not mention Carthage by name, but it does frequently discuss the prevalence of its people and region. Tyre and Sidon. The inhabitants of both are described as Hamitic in origin. 1 century and 2 years after the birth of Septimius, Carthage would give birth to another prominent historical figure in the year 247 AD. And that man is none other than Hannibal Barca, another Hamite. Modern, erroneously theology often teaches that the people of Ham are black and therefore cursed. Yet they also like to claim notable black historical figures as their own. Here we can see an ancient coin with a depiction of Hannibal Barca for the head and an elephant for the tail end. The people of Carthage were known to ride elephants into battle. So, at the end of the day, you can either believe historical records, detailed accounts, geography, archaeology, and literature, or you can believe that the Carthaginians were white men who lived in the hottest regions of Africa, who rode elephants into battles against the Greeks and Romans, or in other words, other, mostly white men. Thanks for watching. And if you're interested in the future of AI, you should check out Saint AI. Right now, we're opening a limited founding member round. Once we reach our founder goal, the platform will officially launch. There will be a free version available to everyone, plus a premium subscription with advanced features. But founding members will receive lifetime access to everything, meaning they'll never have to pay for the platform. If you want to become one of the early founders helping bring Saint AI to life, check out the link in the description.